You got the little lights in the background. All right, cool. All right, so this is gonna be what we know so far. So hit us really good. What is up?
What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the summer of TLEV.
Oh, it's such a nice summer.
We back, baby.
Oh,
we back.
We so back, and this video is going to be dedicated because now another thing that we're gonna be doing in the TLEV summer is because at the end of every video we're gonna say leave your suggestions in the bottom. So this was suggested by Gary Richardson on Twitter. He wanted us to do a video on what we know so far. HHN 2018 in Hollywood.
This ain't Orlando, not yet.
Or do we want to just do like cover everything that we know?
Oh, you want to cover everything?
Cover everything in all the Hollywood.
Guess call a little Hollywood.
Okay, so we'll just see what we know so far. Halloween Horror Night. Let's start with what do we know in Hollywood, right? We're Hollywood based, so what do we know?
We Hollywood babies.
So what mazes do we got?
So let's start off with like the basics. All right, we got 2 mazes announced so far, and those are Trick or Treat and Netflix's
Stranger Things. That's right. But we also know something. That it's coming. It's coming. It's not here yet. The Terror Tram. It's gonna be an original. It's taking a long time to be written. It's currently being written in verses, which is.
Is it a haiku?
It would be cool. It would be cool. John decided to write in a haiku. I don't think he's writing it in a haiku though.
You don't know.
I don't know.
It might be 40 haikus.
We also know that it is somewhat similar to a split personality because John is talking to himself using his John_Murdy account and his Halloween Horror Nights account, which is really weird. But yeah, it's very interesting. Oh! Scare Zone. Holidays in Hell.
Holidays in Hell.
That's right. We got that, and we also know that as of January this year, one of the Scare Zones might potentially be based off of a property. So we're predicting The Purge. For that.
They have that movie coming out.
It is coming out. It will be out by the time this video is posted. The first Purge. I hope it's the last. I hope it's the freaking last Purge.
Well, yeah, because they're getting that TV show.
Oh yeah,
they're making it into a show. So then apparently, I've heard that the end of this Purge sets up the TV show.
Oh,
so it's
nice.
The Purge and the Purgening. So.
Okay, so we basically know everything for Orlando at this point in time. We know that there is the so first of all, there's Dead Exposure Patient Zero, which we just learned from all the postcards that it is in fact going to be set in France, which is pretty cool. I'm very, very much happy that
you better go in and critique everything.
I'm gonna critique everything and be like, no, it's actually set miles away from here. We also know that there are some pretty freaking awesome scare zones. There is Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Yeah. There is Revenge of Chucky. That's fucking amazing. Also, they're having more houses than ever. Instead of like their max 9, they're having fucking 10 houses.
Which, you know, when you think about it, Hollywood needs to really step up the ball. I'm just gonna say it's you know, me, Thomas, the entire HHN community has noticed, the entire TLEV community has noticed it. It has been a dry season for announcements for probably just about any, you know, Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood related news. So, you know, a lot of the speculators, the forums, all these people, they're like, we're getting cranky.
We are so getting cranky. Like, we know that we even know that their show, the Academy of Villains, is coming back, which Academy of Villains fans, I'm sorry for you. They had their ass handed to them in America's Got Talent. Like, they did not even go on to the second round.
Oh, really?
Like, Simon Cowell was like, this is unoriginal. I don't want to see any more of this. Damn. So, I feel for all of you Orlando or Floridians. So, the next one is Slaughter Cinema, another original, and I think this is freaking amazing. So, it's going to be set with 3 different, like, horror films, 80s style horror films. There's going to be The Cult of the Beast Baby, which I guess is going to be like, you know, Rosemary's Baby kind of thing. There is also the Amazon cannibals from Planet Hell. That sounds like really sexy.
I think that one's directed by Quentin Tarantino.
I believe it. Of these three, I believe that. And then there's Pumpkin Guts, which is going to be
knockoff Halloween.
I think it's be interesting to see how this is different from like Trick or Treat with Sam, because Sam's like head is a giant pumpkin. So I want to see what.
Interesting. Now looking at these, the
concept, it'll go up here. Yeah.
This is reminiscent to the very first Halloween poster. This is reminiscent to Planet Terror.
Mm-hmm.
I still can't tell what this was in. It might be...
It's a baby in a cage. I think... So, Slaughter Cinema, Stranger Things, of course, are also getting Trick or Treat. Academy of Villains. We also know that there's Scare Zones, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and also Revenge of Chucky. This is like... Oh, and Dead Exposure Patient Zero.
Which is...
another... This is like a really big, awesome year for Orlando.
Yeah.
And I think, like you said...
It's making us worried that, you know... And granted, you know, we know this event takes time, you know. Mm-hmm. We know that, you know, getting IPs, just planning everything out, it takes a long time. So we understand that John Murdy, you know, and with him, you know, now living in Ireland and everything like that, it's hard for him to communicate either with his team or, you know, with us on this information that we can expect to come to the event. So it's understandable. It just sucks, you know?
It really does.
Because all we have are two IPs, and I feel like we mostly know them is because they're shared IPs.
Right.
Which is why, so Orlando was ready to, you know, let it go. So they were like, okay, I guess we can push it off. I'm expecting some really big news at Midsummer Scream.
I think so too, yeah. Like I said previously in the previous video, that I don't think we're going to be receiving anything until maybe 2 weeks or the week of Midsummer Scream. Like, yeah, this is very... It's not as bad as last year in terms of construction, because... they have like a lot of mazes already constructed, right? So
most things are already set up. Mm-hmm. It's just us. He's just leaving us out in the dark.
I think it might be that Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood is becoming more and more like not Scary Farm, where it's just going to be all announced like on one day. Maybe because like we're not even having. We had for Trick or Treat, we had the whole. Code name, you know, like red herring thing.
Yeah.
But we're not getting that for...
Anything
we didn't get
else.
that for Stranger Things. We're not getting that for any of the future mazes.
Yeah.
So I really do think that it's plausible, maybe not that it's going to officially happen, that announcements for Hollywood are going to be like all in one day. Maybe like Midsummer Scream. Like,
that'd be pretty cool though. Like,
it would be cool. It would be cool, but...
Yeah.
It would suck.
Yeah, it would suck just because, you know, it ruins the fun of speculating and, you know, hunting down the research and whatnot, or just getting little clues.
So with all of that, I hope you enjoyed this video for what we know so far. And also like a little tangents.
Little tangents, you know, where...
That's the TLEV brand right there, the tangents.
You know, we focus on one thing, then we go off on something completely different, then we call it a video.
Couldn't be said better. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button.
You're already on the channel, you might as well subscribe.
It is the summer season. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, all the way until the end of September. Might as well subscribe. Follow us on Twitter and on Instagram, because Facebook, we don't like Facebook anymore, and Snapchat,
we don't use it.
We don't use it. So
Twitter, Instagram,
yep,
that's your jam.
That's absolutely. And of course, I'm Thomas.
I'm Josue.
We your boys,
and we're back.
Oh, we're so back.
And we're ready. And we're ready.
We are so ready.
And Horror Night season, we coming for you.